Hey everyone, hope y'all having a wonderful day. It's nice and sunny, so pretty out. I'm loving this. But I wanted to tell you all about something that actually happened to me last night. This video hopefully will be upbeat like the rest of them, but it starts off kind of uncomfortable. So here we go. So last night, I decided that I didn't feel like cooking, so I wanted to go to a restaurant, of a fast food restaurant, and just, get something low carb. You think, well, how can you make fast food low carb? So what you do is basically, you can get almost anything that comes on a burger except the bun. So and then instead of a bun, they add lettuce. Sometimes at certain restaurants, like if you say like, hey, I want a low carb such and such, people know what you're talking about, or you'll describe what you want. And you said, oh, so you want a low carb number 3 or low carb, blah, blah, blah. And I say, yes, thank you. That's exactly what I want. So I went to this drive-through and I asked for a low carb, burger. And I remember, they didn't ring it up low carb or whatever. And so I get to the window, excuse me. I get to the window. And I was like, hey, you heard what I said, right, about low carb? And the guy looked at me and rolled his eyes. I thought, okay, rolled his eyes. All right. And I was like, okay, maybe he is talking to another customer. So I didn't realize that when I was right at the window. I thought that, didn't realize anybody was behind me. So I just, I was like, oh, okay, he's talking. So then what happened next was he was done talking to the other customer, and he said, and then I said, hey, did you hear what I said about the low carb? He said, ma'am, there's no, it wasn't what he said. It was the way in which he said it. He said, ma'am, there's no such thing as low carb, such and such. And I said, well, what I mean is, take the bun off and, add lettuce, and he said, you want me to take the bun off? I said, yes. I want to take the bun off and have lettuce, like lettuce, like you wrap around it. And he said, we don't have like that type of lettuce. So we have a shredded lettuce. And I said, that's fine. No problem. He was like, all right, I'll tell him. So he walks away. And before his body is, I can still see him through the window. And he turns around, looks at me, looks down at me, looks back up, and does this. And walks away. And I was thinking, I said out loud, I was like, this rude little, like, I didn't say anything after that, but I was like, this rude little, like, I was like, what is this? Like, but, and he was pretty much sizing me up. He was, looking at me, looking at my size and making judgments. And I remember I was hearing a bunch of laughing in there, and I'm thinking, whatever, the people are laughing, they're at work, whatever, have some fun while you're at work. And but then I saw another person in the through the other drive-through window. I was waiting for my food, and that thing where someone is talking about you or laughing about you, and they'll laugh, and then they'll see you looking at them, and they'll go whoop, and then they'll turn around and keep laughing. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And I was like, okay, so this is really happening right now. And eventually another guy, nice guy, came to the window, and I was like, hey, can I speak to the manager? He said, I am the manager. I said, I don't even want this food anymore. I just want my money back. And I ended up getting my money back, and I drove off. And I remember thinking, well, I'm still hungry, but I don't, but I don't want to, I don't know. I don't want theirs. And then I thought about going to another restaurant that was fast food restaurant that was a little further away. And I thought, well, why not? What do I have to lose? I'm still hungry. I still want what I want. Let me just go. And I don't regret that at all. I don't mind. Once I did it, it gave me a chance to calm down. The extra few miles of driving, it was dark outside, not a lot of people on the road. And I was like, you know what? This feels right. Get my head on straight, shake it off, all that stuff. And, I got, I ordered what I wanted to order in the last place. I got my food and I headed home. And it really, those extra few minutes, those extra few miles helped me calm down, helped me, just chill for a bit because, it sucked. It hurts. It didn't feel good. But I didn't overeat. I didn't give up. I didn't gorge on, things I wasn't supposed to eat or, give in and say, forget this, it's not worth it, and just start eating my feelings. I just went on about my business, got my money back, went to the next spot, got what I wanted, and I went home. So all this to say this, to anybody specifically, not trying to exclude anyone, I promise, but to anyone who specifically is trying to lose weight, you're fighting for your health, you're fighting for your life. These situations might happen. You might have a situation where someone is sizing you up, looking you up and down, laughing at you, whatever. You might go through that. Don't forget why you're doing this. You're not doing this to impress the people at the drive-thrus or at any restaurant or the mall or wherever else. You're doing this so that you can live a long life. Your goal is the quality and the quantity of your life being good. It's not to impress people. It's not to convince people that you're worthy. You better know you're worthy before any of this happens. If this had happened to me a year ago, I probably would have given up, said, what's the point? And gone back to what I did before. Order the large meal, order the fries, order the sundae, order the cookies, order the pie, order whatever you wanted. I wanted, and just said, to heck with this. Who cares? It doesn't matter anyway, and moved on. But instead I was like, nope, I still want what I want. I'm going to get my low carb burger and I'm going to go home. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have me some Carb Smart ice cream and I'm going to be good. So I don't want to get long-winded, and I already have. It's like 8.5 minutes right now. If you bared with me this long, thank you. But yeah, it was a learning experience, and I'm grateful that I'm not the person I used to be. I'm not the person I was before, where I would just sink into myself and feel terrible. But really, I feel like, and this is a small situation. There are really big issues in the world, and this is just a small thing. But I know a year ago, this small thing would have tripped me up. But it didn't this time. Don't get me wrong, it hurt. It doesn't feel good when someone looks at you and makes assumptions about you. It doesn't feel good at all. But it didn't steer me off course. So that's my hope. That's my prayer for anybody who's on a weight loss journey. If you get sized up, if you get laughed at, if someone goes out of their way to convince you that you're not worthy, or that you're stupid, or you should give up before you even start trying, shake it off. Remember your goal. Forgive them, move on, and keep going. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy this beautiful sunshine here in Virginia. It is absolutely beautiful. But love you guys.